Alright guys, so with the new update being out for about a week now and the new inclusion of Frost Queen's Crystal Jam and Snow Sugar Cookies Magic Candy and the introduction of Icicle Yeti, I think it's about time for us to update the PvP tier list once again because the arena is actually changing quite a bit with this particular update. So let's quickly go into it, but just let you guys know that this is going to be based on my opinion as well as my experience. But also keep in mind that, the meta can slightly be different depending on your server. But let's get into it, guys, and let's start out with the meta tier here, guys. Alright guys, so starting with the meta tier, and of course it's gonna be Crimson Coral without a doubt. Again, we have fettuccine and we also have burnt cheese up here, and I'm gonna get into the reason why burnt cheese is going to be up here. We still got golden cheese and we got a pretty big rise up into a tier, and that's gonna be no other than Frost Queen. And then we also have Snow Sugar, who came up from the the D tier all the way up to now the meta. And then we also have Sherbet, who has joined us. We have Icicle Yeti, who is going to be our new cookie. And then we still have Black Pearl. We still have Stardust. We have Snapdragon as well as Parfait. So these are going to be our meta. So the meta has kind of expanded quite a lot for this particular update. And that's because of the fact that we have Frost Queen's Crystal Jam, including the new ice type. And the ice cookies right now that are being used are going to be Frost Queen, Snow Sugar with the Magic Candy, as well as Sherbet and Icicle Yeti. Alright guys, so one last thing before we get into the video, and that is going to be one more code that I forgot to share with you guys yesterday, and that is going to be from the Last Cookie Standing episode that was also released yesterday. And I believe this one gives you guys rainbow cubes, so that's going to be LCSTEAMCRISPYCRUNCHY, standing for Last Cookie Standing Team Crispy and Crunchy. So if you guys go and claim this right now, you're gonna get that sign. So it's a small amount of 300 rainbow cubes, but better than nothing, so go and claim them right now. These 4 cookies are gonna be amazing for the ice team right now, and you guys probably already know, and you guys have seen some of the comps that I've shared with you guys, and I'm sure there's a lot of other comps that are being shared on YouTube already. But yeah, I mean, Frost Queen's Crystal Gem is amazing, but it does have some flaws as well, and that's gonna be the reason why burnt cheese as well as again Parfait is going to be another great counter to the frost comp because of the debuff immunities. All right, so our burnt cheese will not be getting frozen, as well as one of the other cookies, mainly going to be golden cheese, are just not going to get frozen by the freeze. All right, yes, they're going to have the chill, but with burnt cheese almost having 100% debuff immunity, you're just going to have like golden cheese just absolutely nuking away at the enemies. Of course, there are counters and things like that, but that's the reason why burnt cheese is up here on the meta tier as well. Some of the other cookies that are kind of slightly, on the edge right now because of the new introduction is going to be, Black Pearl as well as Stardust. Black Pearl still being used. You have seen probably triple DPSs with golden cheese, Black Pearl, and Frost Queen using Black Pearl's, Crystal Jam rally effect because of the damage resist bypass. But yeah, slightly going to be a little bit on that edge right now, I would say, including Stardust as well. Stardust is also, staying alive inside the meta because of the sign of the star debuff. That thing is still really, really good. So that's the reason why it's still being used, and the reason why Stardust is not falling off completely yet. But right now, that's pretty much what the meta is consisted of, and of course, there are going to be other cookies as well, without a doubt. So let's go into it, and that's going to be the SS tier now here, guys. And the SS tier includes some of the other cookies that has, shined in the previous, meta as well. But that's going to include something like Holoberry right now. We still have Pattaya up here. We still have T-Knight up here. We have Frill Jellyfish. We got Moonlight. We have Sea Fairy. We actually have Blueberry Pie up here as well. Shining Glitter is still really, really good. I would say Sorbet is still not bad either. We still have Pure Vanilla and Rockstar. All right, so these are going to be the SS tier. So sadly, the cookie that was up here last time is going to be out, and that's going to be Black Raisin. I would say Black Raisin is, very strong, but inside of the arena, it's still very lacking. But you guys can see that one cookie has kind of come up, and that's going to be Blueberry Pie. So the reason why Blueberry Pie is up here is because I'm going to share a comp with you guys too, but the freeze is actually going to be really, really good in allowing Blueberry Pie to gain stacks. That was not possible with stuns because of the fact that stuns, you have someone like Parfait, you have someone like, Snapdragon, and you have someone like BTS just having that stun immunity, and you just wouldn't get stun stacks, right? But freeze is a little bit different. So that's the reason why Blu-ray Pie is kind of showing up as well inside of the arena. And I would say because now you have, you know, Frost Queen's Crystal Gem as well, with being able to freeze the enemies with Snow Sugar and things like that. Blu-ray Pie is not a bad cookie at all to use for the arena right now. And then I would say the cookies that are kind of on the edge, I would say, is going to be Sorbet and Shining Glitter as of right now. And then probably Rockstar Pure Vanilla. Pure Vanilla is being used here and there again too, with the shield and the burst steal. Rockstar is kind of iffy too, but I would say these are going to be the cookies. I have tested out, you know, one-shot comps too. One-shot comps are still great against Coral single tank comps. Of course, you don't want to burst any of the double tank, but Hollow also is kind of shining inside of the arena to protect the Frost cookies right now. But right now, that's going to be the SS tier for the arena. All right, and then I would say, you know, going down to the S tier now, we have the cookies right over here, and then we're going to add Black Raisin in here, and I am going to add BTS in here as well now. BTS is kind of becoming irrelevant for the PvP because now we have Icicle Yeti as well as, you know, Snapdragon. Both of them are going to be safeguard like BTS, and you cannot use multiple safeguards inside of your team. So that's pretty much it. You guys can see that there are some cookies that has gone down from the S tier, like you know, Space Donut as well as Werewolf and someone like Brute. I brought them down because they're being used a lot less now as well inside of the arena. So I brought them down, and pretty much that is going to be the current PvP arena tier list here, guys. And of course, you know, I don't know if Content is going to be getting a magic candy. I'm still hoping that she does, maybe in a small update or maybe in the update right after this. Some people might be wondering, hey, is Pinecone good? Pinecone, I tried it out, not very good, because, you know, Pinecone really relies on that attack speed in order to use and burst down the enemies. Not going to be possible as of right now too much. Because there's still Snapdragon, there's still the cookies that are just able to dodge Pinecone, and without the Enchanted Robe, it's really hard for Pinecone to actually do damage, even though you have that new ice element added to their skill. So I'm gonna still keep Pinecone at A tier until further testing and, you know, new teams are being found. But hopefully, kind of seeing Snow Sugar come up into the arena meta kind of gives hope for any of the other bottom cookies that we have gotten, you know, any of the old cookies that still are able to come back into the arena meta with the introduction of magic candy. So hopefully that happens, but the next one right now I'm hoping for is gonna be Constant, but we'll see how that takes place with the new leaks as well. All right, but this is going to be the PvP arena tier list for now, the first day of December of 2023, almost getting to that 3rd anniversary of Cookie Run Kingdom. So hopefully you guys found the video helpful. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have anything that you guys want to add, share, you know, discuss about. I'll try to get to you guys as soon as possible. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.